Welcome to our channel. Today, we delve into the captivating life and times of one of history's most iconic figures, Cleopatra, the last active ruler of the Ptolemaic kingdom of Egypt. Cleopatra's story is a captivating tale woven with threads of power, intrigue, and romance, all against the rich tapestry of ancient Egypt. Born in 69 BC, she entered a world steeped in the traditions of the illustrious Ptolemaic dynasty, a line of rulers descended from one of Alexander the Great's generals. As a member of this esteemed lineage, Cleopatra inherited not only the throne, but also the weight of history and expectation. From a young age, she displayed a remarkable intellect and keen political acumen, qualities that would shape her reign and define her legacy in the tumultuous landscape of ancient Egypt, where power struggles and familial rivalries were commonplace. Cleopatra emerged as a formidable leader, despite facing challenges to her authority, including the machinations of her own family members. She adeptly navigated the treacherous waters of court politics to secure her position as queen. But Cleopatra's ambitions extended beyond the borders of her own kingdom. She recognized the shifting tides of power in the Mediterranean world and sought alliances with the most influential figures of the time. It was this astuteness that led her to form a legendary partnership with Julius Caesar, the Roman general who held sway over Egypt's destiny. Their union was not merely one of political expediency, but also of genuine affection and admiration. Cleopatra's intellect and charm captivated Caesar, and together they forged a bond that would shape the course of history. Their relationship not only solidified Cleopatra's hold on power, but also brought stability to Egypt and elevated its status on the world stage. Yet, as with all great stories, Cleopatra's tale was not without its trials and tribulations. Following Caesar's assassination, she found herself embroiled in the turbulent politics of Rome, where rival factions vied for control. Undeterred, Cleopatra once again proved her mettle, aligning herself with Mark Antony, another prominent Roman leader, in a bid to safeguard her kingdom and her legacy. The romance between Cleopatra and Mark Antony is the stuff of legend, a passionate and tempestuous affair that played out against the backdrop of war and intrigue. Together, they ruled over vast territories, their union symbolizing the union of East and West. But fate, as ever, had other plans. The Battle of Actium would prove to be the final chapter in Cleopatra's story, a tragic end to a life marked by ambition and resilience, facing defeat at the hands of Octavian, Caesar's adopted heir. Cleopatra and Mark Antony chose to end their lives rather than submit to humiliation and captivity. And yet, even in death, Cleopatra's legend endured. Her name became synonymous with beauty, intellect, and power, her story immortalized in art, literature, and popular culture. For Cleopatra was more than just a queen, she was a woman who dared to defy convention, to seize her destiny, and to leave an indelible mark on the annals of history. As a young woman, Cleopatra possessed a rare combination of intellect, charm, and ambition that set her apart from her peers. In a society where women were often relegated to the sidelines of political power, Cleopatra defied convention and carved out a path to greatness from a tender age. Cleopatra exhibited a keen intellect and insatiable curiosity, eagerly immersing herself in the study of literature, philosophy, and diplomacy. Blessed with a quick wit and a gift for persuasion, she possessed a natural charm that endeared her to those around her. These qualities would serve her well in the tumultuous world of ancient Egypt, where political intrigue and dynastic rivalries were the norm. Despite being thrust into a world fraught with uncertainty and danger, Cleopatra demonstrated a remarkable resilience and determination. From the moment she ascended to the throne at the tender age of 18, she proved herself to be a shrewd and capable ruler, capable of navigating the treacherous waters of court politics with finesse and grace. In a society where power was often synonymous with brute force and ruthlessness, Cleopatra wielded a different kind of power, one rooted in intelligence, charisma, and diplomacy. She understood the importance of forging alliances and cultivating relationships with key figures, both within Egypt and beyond its borders, leveraging her intellect and charm to secure her position and advance her agenda. But Cleopatra's rise to power was not without its challenges. She faced opposition from rival factions within her own family, as well as external threats from ambitious warlords and rival kingdoms. Yet, through sheer force of will and cunning, she managed to outmaneuver her enemies and consolidate her hold on the throne. By the time she reached adulthood, Cleopatra had already established herself as one of the most powerful and influential figures in the ancient world. Her reign was marked by stability and prosperity, as she implemented reforms aimed at revitalizing Egypt's economy and infrastructure. Under her leadership, Egypt flourished as a center of culture, trade, and learning, attracting scholars, artists, and merchants from across the known world. In the annals of history, Cleopatra's ascent to power stands as a testament to the indomitable spirit of a woman who dared to defy convention and forge her own destiny, though her reign may have been cut short by the forces of fate. Her legacy endures as a beacon of inspiration for generations to come. Cleopatra's alliance with Julius Caesar marked a pivotal moment not only in her own life, but also in the history of the ancient world. In 48 BC, Egypt found itself embroiled in a bitter struggle for power, with Cleopatra's younger brother, Ptolemy XIII, challenging her rightful claim to the throne. Recognizing the need for a powerful ally to help secure her position, Cleopatra set her sights on Julius Caesar, the renowned Roman general who held sway over the fate of Egypt. Determined to win his support, she embarked on a daring and audacious plan that would go down in history as one of her most legendary feats. In a bold move that demonstrated her resourcefulness and cunning, Cleopatra famously smuggled herself into Caesar's presence, concealed within a rolled-up carpet. Disguised as a humble gift or tribute, she managed to evade detection and gain access to the Roman general's inner sanctum. Upon unrolling the carpet, Caesar was said to have been captivated by Cleopatra's beauty, intelligence, and charisma. Their initial encounter marked the beginning of a partnership that would alter the course of history and shape the destiny of two of the greatest civilizations of the ancient world. Cleopatra's alliance with Caesar was not merely one of political expediency, but also of genuine affection and mutual respect. Together, they forged a bond that transcended the boundaries of culture, language, and nationality, united by a shared vision of peace, prosperity, and cooperation. Under Caesar's protection and guidance, Cleopatra was able to consolidate her hold on power and quell the threats posed by her rivals. Together, they worked to restore stability and order to Egypt, implementing reforms aimed at revitalizing the economy, promoting trade, and improving the lives of the Egyptian people. But their partnership was not without its challenges. Cleopatra's association with Caesar drew the ire of his political opponents in Rome, who viewed her as a threat to their own ambitions. In the ensuing power struggle, Caesar's assassination in 44 BC plunged the Roman Republic into chaos and uncertainty, leaving Cleopatra vulnerable once more. Yet, even in the face of adversity, Cleopatra remained undaunted. She continued to wield her influence and leverage her connections to secure her position and protect her kingdom, and when the opportunity arose to form a new alliance, this time with Caesar's protege and successor, Mark Antony, Cleopatra seized it with characteristic resolve. In the end, Cleopatra's alliance with Julius Caesar stands as a testament to her political acumen, her strategic foresight, and her unwavering determination to secure the future of Egypt. Though their partnership was cut short by tragedy, its impact reverberated throughout the annals of history, forever altering the course of civilization. Cleopatra and Julius Caesar's relationship reached a profound level of intimacy with the birth of their son, Caesarion, cementing not only their personal bond, but also their political union. Caesarion, whose name means Little Caesar, was born in 47 BC and was widely believed to be the biological son of Julius Caesar, though this was never officially acknowledged by Caesar himself. The birth of Caesarion held immense political significance, as he represented a tangible link between Cleopatra's ancient lineage and Caesar's formidable power. As the offspring of two of the most influential figures of the time, Caesarion was seen as a potential heir to both the Egyptian and Roman thrones, embodying the hopes and aspiration of a new era of cooperation and collaboration between East and West. However, Caesar and Cleopatra's relationship faced formidable challenges, particularly from Caesar's political rivals in Rome. In the complex and volatile world of Roman politics, where alliances were constantly shifting and ambitions often clashed, Cleopatra's close association with Caesar was viewed with suspicion and hostility by those who sought to undermine his authority. Caesar's enemies, including members of the Roman Senate and other powerful factions, seized upon his relationship with Cleopatra as a means to tarnish his reputation and undermine his legitimacy. They portrayed Cleopatra as a seductress and manipulator, accusing her of using her charms to ensnare Caesar and manipulate him for her own ends. These accusations, though largely unfounded, fueled rumors and innuendo that threatened to destabilize Caesar's rule and jeopardize his political agenda. Sensing the growing hostility towards Cleopatra and fearing for her safety, Caesar ultimately made the difficult decision to return to Rome, leaving Cleopatra and their son behind in Egypt, despite the physical distance between them. Cleopatra and Caesar remained emotionally and politically connected, their bond strengthened by their shared ambitions and mutual admiration. Caesar continued to support Cleopatra financially and militarily, while Cleopatra wielded her considerable influence to advance Caesar's interests in the East. Tragically, their reunion would never come to pass. In 44 BC, Julius Caesar was assassinated by a group of disgruntled senators, plunging Rome into chaos and uncertainty. With Caesar's death, Cleopatra's world was shattered, and her future thrown into jeopardy once more. Yet, even in the face of overwhelming adversity, Cleopatra remained resolute. She continued to fight for the survival of her kingdom and the welfare of her son, Caesarion. Determined to honor the legacy of the man she had loved and lost, in the end, Cleopatra and Caesar's relationship serves as a poignant reminder of the enduring power of love and loyalty in the face of adversity. Though their time together was brief and fraught with challenges, their bond transcended the boundaries of politics and power, leaving an indelible mark on the pages of history. Following the tragic assassination of Julius Caesar in 44 BC, Cleopatra found herself thrust into a world of uncertainty and danger once again. With her beloved Caesar gone, Cleopatra faced the daunting task of navigating the treacherous waters of Roman politics without the protection and support of her powerful ally. In the aftermath of Caesar's death, Rome descended into chaos as rival factions vied for control and supremacy. Sensing an opportunity to secure her position and protect her kingdom, Cleopatra turned to another prominent Roman leader for support, Mark Antony. Mark Antony, a distinguished general and statesman, had been a close associate of Julius Caesar and shared many of his political ideals and ambitions. Like Cleopatra, Antony had also found himself at odds with Caesar's assassins and was determined to honor his fallen comrade's legacy. Cleopatra's alliance with Mark Antony was born out of necessity, but quickly evolved into something much more profound. Despite their vastly different backgrounds and cultural traditions, Cleopatra and Antony shared a deep and abiding bond, forged by their mutual admiration, shared goals, and undeniable attraction to one another. Their relationship was passionate and tumultuous, characterized by moments of intense affection and bitter conflict. Yet, through it all, Cleopatra and Antony remained steadfast in their commitment to one another, united by a common vision of a world where Egypt and Rome could coexist in harmony and mutual respect. Together, Cleopatra and Antony formed a formidable partnership, leveraging their respective strengths and resources to achieve their shared goals. Cleopatra used her intelligence, charm, and political acumen to secure Antony's support in Egypt and rally her people to his cause, while Antony relied on his military prowess and strategic genius to defend Egypt from external threats and assert its independence. Their alliance culminated in a grand and extravagant affair, with Cleopatra welcoming Antony to Egypt with a lavish procession and extravagant displays of wealth and opulence. Together, they ruled over Egypt as equal partners, their union symbolizing the union of East and West and the dawn of a new era of cooperation and collaboration. Cleopatra and Mark Antony's relationship blossomed into a union, not just of hearts, but of dynasties as well. Together, they bore 3 children, solidifying their bond and cementing their aspiration for a lasting legacy. Their offspring became living symbols of the union between Egypt and Rome, embodying the hope for a future where East and West could coexist in harmony. As they ruled over parts of the Eastern Mediterranean, Cleopatra and Mark Antony wielded their combined influence with authority and ambition. Their reign was marked by prosperity and cultural flourishing, as they endeavored to create a realm where the ideals of their shared vision could thrive. However, their ambitions inevitably brought them into conflict with Octavian, Caesar's adopted heir, and the rising power in Rome. Octavian, later known as Augustus, viewed Cleopatra and Mark Antony's dominion over the eastern Mediterranean as a threat to his own aspiration for supremacy. Tensions between Octavian and Mark Antony escalated, fueled by political maneuvering, personal rivalries, and conflicting ambitions. Cleopatra, ever the astute diplomat, sought to navigate the treacherous waters of Roman politics, attempting to preserve her kingdom's autonomy while maintaining a delicate balance between her allegiance to Antony and her desire for peace with Rome. But the forces of fate conspired against them. In 31 BC, the conflict came to a head at the Battle of Actium, where Octavian's superior naval forces decisively defeated those of Antony and Cleopatra, facing defeat and the imminent collapse of their dreams. Cleopatra and Antony made the fateful decision to take their own lives rather than submit to the humiliation of capture. Their deaths marked the end of an era and the beginning of a new chapter in history. With Cleopatra's demise, Egypt was brought under the control of Rome, and the last vestiges of its independence were extinguished. Meanwhile, Octavian emerged as the sole ruler of the Roman world, consolidating his power and laying the foundations for the Pax Romana, a period of relative peace and stability that would endure for centuries. Though Cleopatra and Mark Antony's ambitions ultimately led to their downfall, their legacy endures as a testament to the power of love, loyalty, and the pursuit of a vision greater than oneself. In life and in death, they remain immortalized as symbols of passion, ambition, and the enduring struggle for greatness. But their happiness was short-lived, as tensions between Antony and his rival Octavian, Caesar's adopted heir, reached a boiling point. Cleopatra found herself once again caught in the crossfire of Roman politics. In 31 BC, Antony's forces were defeated by Octavian at the Battle of Actium, sealing their fate and bringing an end to their dreams of a united empire.
The incorporation of Egypt into the Roman Empire had far-reaching consequences, both for the conquered land and its conquerors. For Egypt, it meant the end of an era of autonomy and self-rule, as the traditions and institutions of the Ptolemaic Dynasty gave way to the governance of Roman administrators and officials. For Rome, the conquest of Egypt brought untold riches and resources, solidifying its status as the preeminent power in the Mediterranean world. The wealth of Egypt, its fertile lands, and its strategic location at the crossroads of trade routes all served to enrich and empower the Roman Empire, fueling its expansion and ensuring its dominance for centuries to come. Yet, even in death, Cleopatra's legacy endures as a symbol of resistance, resilience, and the enduring quest for freedom. Her name remains synonymous with beauty, intellect, and power, her story immortalized in art, literature, and popular culture as a testament to the indomitable spirit of a woman who dared to defy convention and shape her own destiny. Despite the tragic end of her life, Cleopatra's legacy continues to shine brightly as one of the most enigmatic and influential figures in history. Her story captivates us not only for its dramatic twists and turns, but also for the enduring lessons it offers about power, ambition, and the human spirit. Cleopatra's intelligence was legendary, as evidenced by her mastery of multiple languages, her deep understanding of philosophy and literature, and her keen grasp of political strategy. She possessed a razor-sharp intellect that enabled her to navigate the treacherous waters of ancient politics with finesse and grace. Her political acumen was equally impressive. Cleopatra understood the importance of diplomacy and alliances in a world where power was often won or lost on the battlefield. She forged strategic partnerships with some of the most influential leaders of her time, from Julius Caesar to Mark Antony, leveraging their support to protect her kingdom and advance her own interests. But perhaps Cleopatra's most enduring legacy is her charisma. a magnetic quality that drew people to her and left an indelible impression on all who encountered her. Her beauty, charm, and wit were legendary, inspiring poets, artists, and storytellers for centuries to come. Even in death, Cleopatra's legacy continues to fascinate and inspire us. Her story serves as a timeless reminder of the complexities of power and the dangers of ambition. It challenges us to question our assumptions about gender, leadership, and the nature of greatness. In a world where women were often relegated to the sidelines of history, Cleopatra stands as a shining example of female empowerment and resilience. Her life serves as a beacon of hope for all those who dare to dream big and defy the odds to make their mark on the world. In the end, Cleopatra's legacy transcends the boundaries of time and space, continuing to captivate and inspire us to this day. Her intelligence, political acumen, and charisma serve as a timeless reminder of the power of the human spirit to shape the course of history and leave a lasting impact on the world. Thank you for joining us on this captivating journey through the life and times of Cleopatra, one of history's most enigmatic and influential figures. From her rise to power in ancient Egypt to her legendary alliances with Julius Caesar and Mark Antony, Cleopatra's story is a testament to the enduring power of intellect, ambition, and resilience. We hope you've enjoyed learning about Cleopatra's remarkable life and the impact she had on the world around her. If you found this video informative and engaging, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating historical content. By liking and sharing our videos, you help us reach a wider audience and continue to bring you more content that educates, entertains, and inspires. So be sure to spread the word and join us on our journey through the annals of history. Until next time, goodbye, and thank you for watching.